Lights, camera, draw. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animated films that should be taught in film school.
If you like animated movies, you might also like the show Noah's Impressions over at Junior Mojo. In the link below, Noah impersonates different Pixar characters. Check it out to see how many Fernando gets right. Now let's get back to the list.
For this list, we're taking a look at the most influential, iconic, and important animated features that every aspiring filmmaker should check out. However, we've excluded short subjects, like the Goddess of Spring. As significant as they might be, that's a list for another day.
The goddess of eternal spring.
Number 10, Ghost in the Shell.
I entered this body because I was unable to overcome Section 6's reactive barriers.
In the 90s, anime experienced a surge of popularity with Western audiences. Ghost in the Shell in particular was a launching point for many soon-to-be-proud otaku. Centered on Major Motoko Kusanagi, a cyborg that blurs the lines between AI and intelligence itself, and her pursuit of the mysterious puppet master, the stunning Japanese feature delivered rich sci-fi with complex themes, mind-blowing visuals, and a sophisticated tone, proving animation could be so much more than quote-unquote kid stuff.
That's the only thing I could find on the black market. It's not my taste, to be honest. It's a little young.
The movie's ideas and style not only inspired countless animators, but also had a huge impact on various live-action pictures, most notably The Matrix. Number 9, A Scanner Darkly.
It may just be my imagination.
Starring Keanu Reeves as a man torn between what's real and what's an illusion, this film's trippy premise is perfectly complemented by its surreal animation style. While A Scanner Darkly was initially shot digitally, animators proceeded to trace over the live-action footage in a technique known as interpolated rotoscope. This supplied the final product with a dreamlike ambience, reminiscent of a living painting.
This is a world getting progressively worse. Can we not agree on that?
In addition to being visually interesting, the film is full of fascinating themes that practically invite analysis. And much like a Rorschach test, there are so many ways to interpret this picture.
Because if the scanner sees only darkly the way I do, then I'm cursed. And cursed again.
Number 8, Inside Out.
Well, I just saved our lives. Yeah, you're welcome.
No matter how old you are, Inside Out encompasses a life lesson that can speak to anyone, as it explores the importance of sadness. The film shows us the inner workings of an 11-year-old girl's mind as she deals with the inevitability of change in a way live-action movie has yet to do. Although Joy strives to find the silver lining in a difficult situation, it's sadness that shows young Riley the light, teaching children and parents everywhere that it's all right to cry.
Crying helps me slow down and obsess over the weight of life's problems.
Complete with ingenious writing, multi-layered characters, and unparalleled imagination, it's an emotional coming-of-age journey you'll never forget. Number 7, My Neighbor Totoro.
Ready?
Hayao Miyazaki is often described as the Eastern equivalent to Walt Disney. Likewise, Totoro could be seen as Japan's answer to Mickey Mouse. Eventually becoming the mascot for Studio Ghibli, the iconic character made his debut in the phenomenon that is My Neighbor Totoro.
I bet your name's Totoro, isn't it?
The film follows two young girls that discover a roly-poly spirit in the forest, as well as several other delightful creatures. Rather than relying heavily on the written word, Miyazaki allows the expressive artwork to tell an immensely charming story. While the plot may be simple on the surface, what lies underneath is deep, atmospheric, and even magical, embodying the grandeur and nature of the wonder of childhood. Number 6, Persepolis.
Mind telling us why you're running, sister?
Because I'm late. I have class in 5 minutes.
Whether you're aspiring to become an animator or a comic book artist, Persepolis is a film that will connect with anybody who loves to draw. Based on her autobiographical novel, Marjane Satrapi adapted it to the big screen in this full-length animated feature. Set against a bleak backdrop, the movie stays true to the look and feel of the source material, chronicling an Iranian girl's voyage to womanhood.
It's all just a game, a pointless...
You're the one who's full of shit. Life's not a game. It's not pointless. There are people giving their lives for freedom, okay?
Although it tackles challenging themes regarding war and religion, Persepolis offers a surprising amount of heart and humor. It's gloomy while being hopeful and subtle while being lively, showing it that life isn't as black and white as it appears.
Never forget who you are and where you come from.
Number 5, Waltz with Bashir. Waltz with Bashir is one of the most unique animated features you'll ever see, and one of the most distinctive documentaries. The film's director, Ari Folman, served as a soldier in the Lebanon War when he was a teen. Decades later, Folman met with several of his fellow veterans to discuss their experiences, making this film prove therapeutic for Folman, who had repressed many of his own military memories. These war stories are brought back to life through haunting animation, mixing brutal reality with an otherworldly sentiment. Taking an original approach to the documentary genre, Waltz with Bashir encourages artists to view the world from another perspective and think outside the box. Number 4. Fantasia. Fantasia joins animation and music together in perfect harmony, making for a cinematic triumph unlike any other. The film is virtually devoid of dialogue, relying on the orchestra and breathtaking imagery to convey every emotion. Made up of a series of short subjects, some straightforward and others far more abstract, each segment beautifully visualizes an immortal piece of music. From the whimsical Sorcerer's Apprentice to the jaw-dropping Rite of Spring, to the poetic Night on Bald Mountain, Fantasia is a feast for the eyes and ears. While not a success upon release, today it can only be described as revolutionary. Number 3. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Remember you're the one who can fill the world with sunshine.
It's the first full-length animated feature, but aside from being a filmmaking milestone, does Snow White truly stand the test of time? Against all odds, the film still miraculously holds up, not only for its unforgettable characters and story, but for its remarkable craft as well.
Hi-ho, it's home from work we go.
In the 1930s, producing an animated feature was considered the riskiest of gambles. With that in mind, Walt Disney and Company threw everything they had into Snow White, delivering the most detailed and passionate movie possible. The result was a thrilling, humorous, romantic, tragic, and uplifting tour de force that would forever change the way audiences viewed animation.
Oh, it's adorable. Just like a doll's house.
Number 2. Toy Story.
You are a toy!
Toy Story is another dicey endeavor that ultimately broke new ground. Pixar's debut feature film is still remembered for its pioneering computer animation, earning director John Lasseter a Special Achievement Academy Award. However, the movie's technical achievements would have been easy to overlook without a compelling narrative.
Didn't mean to. Sorry, howdy. My name is Woody, and this is Andy's room.
The story of Woody and Buzz went down as one for the ages, highlighted by its well-developed characters, clever interplay, and genuine heart. Putting just as much emphasis on the writing as the visuals, Toy Story became the first animated film to score a Best Original Screenplay Oscar nomination, further solidifying its place in the history books.
Hey, Buzz! You're flying!
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Oh, Gromit. I don't want to be a giant rabbit.
Oh, the bounce has gone from his bungee.
How do we get them out? Break the glass.
We can't.
It's beetle-proof. Nothing is beetle-proof.
Hey, have you got your drumsticks with you? A drum break might shatter it.
No, I haven't. Have a look in your pocket.
Hey, I've got a hole in my pocket.
Number 1. Spirited Away.
If you want to eat me, eat this first.
Widely seen as Hayao Miyazaki's best outing, as well as the first anime film to win an Oscar, Spirited Away is simply a spectacle to behold. Every character, every environment, every set piece is a visual marvel, flooding the screen with a plethora of creativity. Of course, the film is much more than eye candy, telling a meaningful story about a young girl that must find the courage within to rescue her parents.
Mom, Dad! Where are you?
While the film has echoes of Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz, and other classics, it still stands out as a completely original feat. Arguably the biggest film in Japanese history, Spirited Away will be studied and enjoyed for generations to come.
Haku, I'll be back soon. Just hold on.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.